Virgo, how are you doing? How was that intense new moon last week? Certainly been interesting times. And for you, for the past 7 years, Uranus, the planet of the unpredictable, has been in a very intense place for you. It has been all about sex, death, life, rebirth, power and powerlessness, all those primal emotions. It's been quite tricky for you. I mean, he's still there till March, to be honest with you, but it's been very tricky for you to navigate this in the past 7 years. There may have been unexpected or surprising things happening in those areas. No doubt some of them were good. Maybe you met someone who was incredibly powerful, who took a shine to you or helped you in some way. It's not necessarily all doom and gloom, but certainly you've been through a massive sort of dark night of the soul, along with some magnetic attractions and interesting interactions. Some of you might have got rich in the past 7 years. Other of you may have like changed your fortune, but it's an extreme energy for you. It's a primal energy, and you'll be relieved to know that really this is the last month that you'll have to deal with that energy. And I have to say that there is an extreme experience with that energy around the 12th or 13th. But as we're at the end of that cycle, fingers crossed, it's going to be a magnificent experience for you rather than a shocking or negative experience, because a conjunction is good. Yeah, and Mars is the planet of action. It's like you've come to terms with certain things, and hopefully, for me, I think it might mean you come into your power in some way, and there may be a situation where you have to show your power this week, and maybe even prove to yourself that you are now on a different level and that you really are in touch with your power, because you've gone through so much in the past 7 years, and you've learnt, and possibly learnt the hard way in the past 7 years. And here you are now, a warrior, stepping through to the next level very soon. And Mars is going to get there first, because on Valentine's Day, Mars goes into your 9th house, which is all about adventure, exploration, embracing freedom, being a free spirit. And that's actually where Uranus is going in March. What's that got to do with this week, Michelle? Well, I think it's really important, because when Mars goes there, you start to feel it. You start to feel it brewing under your feet. A desire maybe to travel, a desire to express your unique soul, a desire to do things differently and to unleash anything within you that you've been holding back. And if that wasn't enough, that's it. You're not going to be chained anymore. You're not going to be powerless anymore. You're moving forward. So on Valentine's Day, maybe you bump into someone who's a wild free spirit. It may be that you're expressing your wild free spirit, and you're no longer allowing anyone to dictate to you who you should be. You're going to find out who you are, and you're very happy to express it. It can also have quite a frisky and wild time. You're thinking out of the box. If you want to take someone on a date, or you're going on a date, you want to do something different, unusual, etc., etc. But whatever happens, you're going on a journey. You're traveling. You're moving forward to a space where you are free, and you don't have that kind of heavy baggage of unexpected, deep, intense things happening, and you're like, oh, what next? Is probably what you've been thinking. But you know what? You've learnt from that, and you now are in your power, and you have the capacity to succeed and be successful. And you now embody a very charismatic energy, you know, and only you now have to be aware that you've got that, you know. Don't internalize it into darkness and doom and gloom. Just go, yes, I am someone who has been through this. So Virgo, let's see what the tarot have to say about this intense and magnificent week ahead. It may be general, but it tends to mimic the astrology. Use your intuition to see what feels right to you. Okay, Virgo, let's have a little look. First card, the Hanged Man. You may be waiting for something. Well, there's a very profound shift of energy going on. So if you're waiting for something specifically to bring about change for you, do not worry. What I always say about the Hangman is have fun in the meantime. This week, don't be over-focused on a goal. If you're waiting, for instance, for somebody to agree something and you're not getting that call, take your mind off it. Sitting there staring at your phone every 2 minutes is not going to make it come any quicker. Allow yourself to ponder, to go into a meditative state, to relax and to flow within the meantime energy. And don't think about the past either. There may be contact with someone from the past this week, and it's like, oh, you know, it's bringing it up again. But you are strong. You've got that Mars and Uranus like showing you that you are strong. There's work opportunities and work issues coming up this week, and it's up to you to put all of your vibes in that area, because don't forget, you've got the power to show what you can do. Now, it may be that you're working with someone that is kind of keeps trying to trip you up, or is being dishonest around work, or whispering behind your back, or doing all that malarkeys that is sort of undermining you. That should come to the surface this week, and everything becomes clear. Now, it's interesting that the devil's come up, right? Because the devil is very 8th house. Sex, drugs, rock and roll, secret affairs, obsessions, sort of feeling something, and you know that it's like you couldn't just sit around at dinner and talk about it. That is the devil energy. So it may be around Valentine's Day, I think you're having an affair or involved with someone that you know you shouldn't be, or there's a destructive affair and it's very much on your mind because it happens to be Valentine's Day. But the thing about this card is that if you look at the card, they can take those chains off from around their neck and wander away from that energy. It will be much easier for you to release yourself from that energy. I mean, for some of you, you're just going to indulge and have this very pleasant, naughty time this week. That's entirely up to you. But I would say that whatever that addiction is, whatever you're chained to that's negative, whatever is really unhealthy for you, along with Uranus shifting out of that area, you are preparing to free yourself, and there will be an ending of that negative energy, that addictive energy. You might find it quite hard, not, you know, sometimes it's easy, isn't it? When we're caught up in the drama of a relationship that's no good for us, or, you know, when we're going to get our next sexual fix, you know, whatever it is, or maybe it's something else. Maybe it's, you know, drinking too much or doing something to escape your current problems. Sometimes that's difficult to deal with when we let go. This will be a period of you going within and finding your inner light, but seeing your inner light and your inner wisdom. No one could tell you to get out of that relationship or to stop doing that habit. It's got to come from within you. So give yourself the space, the gentleness, the kindness to really think, what am I doing? What am I doing? How is this affecting my path? And just be nice to yourself this week, because there is a massive change coming. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.